Ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you very much for your attention, and now we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the
Welcome to our top travel destinations. I am your host, Kevin Flanagan. I have been editor of the weekly travel news column in the Sunday Independent and the Fine Wine and Food Guide, and I am here to use my decades of experience to help you know exactly where to stay, eat, drink, shop, and explore when visiting the world's top travel destinations. So sit back and enjoy the wonders of travel as we take off on our magical journey together. So welcome to Kevin's Top Travel Destinations. I'm here with a very special guest, Anita Thomas, who's the country manager of Emirates Ireland, a Kilkenny woman who joined Emirates, which is one of the great flagship airlines, I have to say, having traveled with them quite a lot in the world. And she joined them in 2011. So you're very welcome, Anita.
Thank you very much. Delighted to be here.
Now, what's your destination?
My destination, and not necessarily because we fly direct from Dublin, but it is Dubai. And it's only because I've spent so much time there for work and with my family over the last 13 years.
I was in Dubai just a couple of months ago on the way over to Asia and did the overnight stay, which Emirates allows, which breaks up the journey. So I got a mini view of Dubai, and it is a very interesting place. It sounds a very exotic job. Are people blown away when you tell them that you are in Emirates?
I suppose the first impression is wow. And you're always in business class on an aircraft somewhere, which does happen a lot of the time, which is good. But I suppose the next question from a lot of people is, oh, wow, what is Dubai like? I always feel it's an aspirational destination. It, for years, I would say, has very much been seen as, even when I started travelling there, it was very much for the affluent, for couples, honeymoons, and travelling it now for 13 years, you get to explore more and more of it. And the one thing I'll say is Dubai has something for absolutely everybody.
And that's very interesting. My goddaughter, she was over there when I was there, actually, and she was saying much the same thing, that it isn't just this sort of rich destination. Tell us a bit about why you love Dubai and how does it affect you when you arrive?
The flavour is literally whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
And that's how diverse Dubai is. And to give you an example, many years ago, my kids, 4, 6 and 9, and we did the trip to Disney, Florida. And it cost a lot of money, and I think we were more excited than the kids. So we went there. Their minds were blown for half an hour. Once they'd seen the cast, I was like, right, can we go back to the pool? And I thought, I'm dragging you for the next 2 weeks. I've paid for this, so you're going to enjoy it whether you want to or not. I'm going to go to the exact same year in November, and I brought the kids to Dubai, same age. Place called Dubai Parks. Right, it's about 45 minutes outside of Dubai. There's a budget, the Rove Hotel, or you have La Pita. You're actually in the theme park. When I say zero queues, to the point you can actually stay on the ride and go again. It has Legoland, it's IMG, it's a Real Madrid new theme park. And I always say to people with young kids, because Disney, it is the lifetime dream, I think, for a lot of people in Florida. However, you really do want your family to remember it. We've been now to Dubai Parks, I'd say about 6 times. And again, I'm going from ages from 4 up until maybe 12 and still love it. It's age appropriate from about 2 upwards. But it's great. It's half board. It's all in situ. You have an outlet mall walking distance from it to do shopping. So it has a little bit for everybody. And the Legoland there are just amazing, and amazing in particular for small kids. So we all think of certain things for young families, and there is those aspirations. And this is why I said Dubai has something for every age group. And that in particular, I would say for someone starting off, for value for money, you can't beat it. And an amazing experience for the family.
Well, I mean, that's extraordinary because I had Philip Nolan on talking about Orlando and about the queues for the rides, and he's a real expert on that. So this is actually a hidden gem that you don't have to queue with it.
Nobody, hardly anybody is aware of it. And I think this is where Dubai has so much to offer. not everything is known outside. And this is why it's so important to do your research, go into your agents and ask them, what is there? I have a very young family. I always recommend this for young families. I'd say that's your starting point more than anywhere else. Do Dubai parks.
Okay, that's very interesting. Would you incidentally recommend them booking through a travel agent or booking online? Or have you any particular preference?
Absolutely no preference. It's what's right for the customer. So some would be very comfortable booking online, and that's fine. And others like that may want the interaction and the knowledge of a travel agent, that they actually want to sit down and discuss all parts of the holiday. And that gives them more security and absolutely perfect as well.
Okay, so that's a wonderful insight. You and your husband, and you just want to have some time together. What does Dubai give you when the kids are asleep or they're being minded and you can have some you time? What does Dubai give you?
So again, this has changed over the years. So obviously initially when you go to Dubai, I think everybody will head downtown. And it is an absolute must. And you'll see the Dubai fountains, the marina, absolutely amazing. I've noticed towards the latter years, I'm moving out towards the Dubai Creek and Deira. I would say it's a slightly different experience. It's definitely better value for money.
Could you explain for those who haven't been to Dubai what that is?
So Dubai is kind of broken down into a number of places. So you have the Palm, which is the big famous Atlantis, the Palm, which is the dream for a lot of people, and it is absolutely amazing. And you have Jumeirah there as well.
And these are these incredible hotels, 7-star hotels.
Absolutely.
With
sitting out on the
landing on the roof and Ronaldo playing golf off the roof.
That's the one. That is the one. You have the marina, which is quite close to downtown. And then if you move about 25 minutes more towards the airport side, so you're actually near the airport side now, you have Deira and Dubai Creek. So I suppose over the years, a huge amount of development had been put into the Palm, marina and also downtown. Whereas actually in the latter years, a huge amount of development has gone on in Dubai Creek and Deira. It's the oldest part of Dubai, and they're being very respectful of that in terms of what they're doing. So one of the areas there is Festival City, quite affordable shopping. It's out over the water. There's a free light show every single evening. Fabulous area for kids. They have glow-up light bikes, and they're sitting on these going around the promenades. Fabulous Lebanese and other eateries along. But if I say to you, eat there for maybe €20 a head. Wow. So again, the assumption is Dubai, bring a full wallet. You don't always need a full wallet if you choose correctly.
Choose carefully.
That's
and just to let you know, dear listener, that all of these recommendations that Anita is saying will be in a fact sheet, which will be on the Top Travel Destinations website, toptraveldestinations.com. So you'll be able to follow and click on any of these links and explore for yourself. So that's really interesting to know. What do you look forward to when you get on the plane and you're flying to Dubai with or without your children and maybe for work? What is the single thing that revs you up?
First of all, there's an element of switch off. So I still do take those flying hours as my switch off time.
Okay.
So I rarely use Wi-Fi, even though it's widely available on board. I do just use it to switch off. I suppose every time we go, we try and make a mission to, there is always something new. Okay. And it's trying to experience that something new. And like that, it doesn't have to be the shininess of downtown or anything like that. And it's even as much as we see things advertised to go and see the frame in Dubai. And
the frame is?
It's a huge structure, and basically it sits between Old Town and New Town, Dubai. So when you look at one side, you're looking at the Old Town, and when you look at the other side, it's the New Town.
Okay.
So it's an amazing structure. You can go up in an elevator. I don't even know how high it is. It's pretty high. If you're anyway nervous of heights, probably not ideal for you. But even that area now is being developed. So before you needed really to go to hotels or fine dining restaurants, whereas now Dubai is setting up areas, and it is walking along promenades and having all the different restaurants along the side and the different types of food, which is fantastic, and a lot of European food as well. So I know this year in particular, a huge amount of Michelin star restaurants. So there is actually a program just for foodies, and it's now trying to develop that into the affordable street food. Okay. And one actually great little place, and we only found it, I'd say maybe a year or two ago, even though I'd been there quite a number of times. So right in downtown Dubai, by the fountains, you have the Souk Al Baha. So it literally sits in around the fountains. So again, nobody thinks affordability, we'll eat here, we'll kind of head out a bit. If you go in there, there's a place called Time Out. It's upstairs. So it's exactly that. Different types of street food.
Wow.
So affordable. You're looking out over the fountains. Great atmosphere. We now go there every single time.
Okay, and what do the kids think of it?
They love it because, again, there's something for them all. I have some very fussy eaters, unfortunately. So I can actually feed all three of my kids in there.
And their ages are at the moment?
19, 16 and 14.
Okay, so you would have to sort of cater for the various...
Yes, and
Yes.
some is very limited in terms of, I could count in one hand some of the food choices. So it is really important when we travel to know what type of food is being served.
And this works for them.
This really works for them.
Okay, well, these are brilliant insights, Anita. Looking at someone who's never been to Dubai, what are the stay options?
I'm going to say this is Dubai excels, and it genuinely does. So sometimes if I'm only going in and let's say I'm doing a very quick turnaround, so I could be in for a night, a lot of times I will stay at a Premier Inn. Now, these Premier Inns, the service and quality is unbelievable. They all have their own pools, so it's just amazing. And for some of those, you're talking 55, 60 euros a night.
Wow.
And free transport to the airport, also free transport to Festival City, downtown, they run coaches. So an amazing value for somebody. You have the Rove group of hotels now. These are budget group hotels. However, like that, they're in Dubai parks, they're in downtown towards the marina. So they're developing. And again, this is allowing all age groups access to Dubai. For us as a family, we love near the airport Grand Hyatt. It's fabulous for the kids, probably great pools in terms of depth and never too crowded, which I love as well. You can then move up. You have the Jumeirah brand, which have amazing hotels throughout Dubai. As we said earlier, the ultimate is Atlantis. Now, I brought my kids to Atlantis maybe 8, 9 years ago. That's where they want to go this year. Atlantis, even as an adult, almost blows your mind because the minute you walk in, it's hard to actually take in even just the reception area. It's how you're greeted. There is this colossal glass sculpture that takes up most of the reception area, and it's all in coloured glass. You walk down, it has an aquarium, which I don't know, is it 7 or 8 floors high? Within that, you can actually dive, and this is surrounded by all the rooms. You've only walked into the hotel and you're greeted with this. You have the Water Adventure Park. They have the Treasure Museum inside. There's just so much for kids and parents. And I suppose what it really excels in, choice of food and how they look after you as a family. And it's not just me. I recommend it to loads of people who have actually taken it. And you come out of there and you feel this is money well spent.
When talking about money, how much is this going to put a burden on the bank?
This is going to put a slight burden on the bank. What I'd say is book well in advance. If you can go... So, funnily enough, in the summer when our school holidays, that's probably one of the cheaper times to go to Atlantis. Okay. Because actually Dubai's peak time tends to be September through to March. Yeah. So in actual fact, our high season, and this is where it then becomes comparable for people who are looking at maybe parts of Europe in terms of what you get. This is now where Atlantis actually, it's still going to be that bit more, but far more affordable than it would maybe in a September through to March.
Is it 6, 7 star? Is it?
I think it's 5. It's minimum 5, I'm going to say.
Yes.
But the stars are all in your eyes.
Absolutely.
You don't mind.
And where would you recommend people book to, if they're listening to this and they go, well, I'm going to try for Atlantis. Should they just go on to the website and check out Atlantis itself?
Check out Atlantis itself. Definitely. You have Emirates Holidays. You also have great kind of specialists here in Ireland. So like Cassidy Travel, Tropical Sky, Trail Finders. You have all of these. And to be honest, most of the agents, because we're a direct service from Dublin to Dubai, yes, most agents have now been selling us for 13 years. So.
And for those listeners who are outside of Ireland, Would they just go online or would they
I
go
would
to their
say as
travel
well,
agent?
go online. If it's Atlanta specifically, absolutely, you can go online. It's with any agent who does a lot of business to Dubai. Sometimes they negotiate lower contracted rates.
Okay.
So I'd say find somebody who specialises in selling Dubai.
Okay, whether you're in America, Europe,
Correct.
or wherever.
Absolutely, wherever you are in the world.
Okay. Do they have such things as Airbnb over there in Dubai?
Yes, they do. And actually, a colleague of mine has used it twice now. And in the most amazing places. The last one he stayed in was in the marina. It was 3 bedrooms over a huge area. It was absolutely fabulous. And I have another colleague of mine, actually only 2 months ago, did one down near Deira. Okay. And again, I think hers was a 5-bedroomed. She took a video and it's just amazing and great value. So again, well worth it for anybody. You can make Dubai as affordable as you want.
This is really, really helpful. What about eating and drinking?
So again, I would say definitely if it's your first time to Dubai, you have to go and see the fountains. Just the area itself is fabulous. The show is amazing. I would say definitely go to Souk Al Bahar, which
And that's where the tallest building is.
That's where the tallest
Yes,
building
yes.
is. Yeah, the Burj Khalifa. So under there, the souk, you go over the fountains on a little bridge and you go into the souk. And up there, that's time out. So this gives you international flavours. There's something for everybody and there's huge long tables in the middle of the room. So you're sitting with lots of different people, fantastic atmosphere and a lot of food sharing going on as well. It's a lovely treat and not expensive at all. And again, I'd say great for either just adults or with children is the Arabian Tea House. Now, this is in Deira. What I absolutely love about this is I know people think Dubai and you think somewhere like that for kids. They do chicken nuggets. They actually make them into animals on a plate and with rice. So they really make an effort with the kids. Because I know sometimes the fear is if you go to the Middle East, can I visit some of these places and will the kids be able to eat what's there? So absolutely, they do cater for everybody. In terms of affordability, I would definitely say some of the Festival City, the Lebanese restaurant right on the promenade. Fantastic views, amazing value, more food than you can ever eat.
Okay, so if you and your husband were going to go out for a treat, what sort of options do you have?
If it's up to my husband, it's curry.
Okay.
So it's Indian all the way for him. Whereas me, I like steak or I like Italian for me. So I suppose there's a beautiful Italian in the Grand Hyatt that we use quite a lot. And beside that, there's a curry house. So my husband will actually order in from there. Then I suppose a lot of it has been Atlantis, some of the Michelin star restaurants. We've been very lucky to experience some of those.
Give us a flavour.
So we had a boho, which was in Atlantis. It was a tasting menu. So this was literally now bits of everything. So we had a bit of Japanese in there,
Wow.
a little bit of Italian. We had some French. It was tastes of the world, which was absolutely fantastic because we all know what we like. And when you're spending money, you're nervous of putting it completely on a particular area. So it was lovely to get a little taste to think, actually, you know what, I would go somewhere and eat that. And then you can source those throughout Dubai then as well.
That's brilliant. And of course, you have the big hitters, the big Michelin star hitters, if you choose to go to a particular themed or named restaurant as well.
Yes.
There's pretty much...
Pretty much everybody who's anybody has a place in Dubai, and that continues to grow. And I think as Dubai is really developing the food, so this is a key area of development for them. And as I said, even the street food, it is that being able to walk down and go into the different places and try different bits, which Dubai wouldn't have had before.
Okay, that's very interesting. Drink. Again, people may have the misconception, it's a dry state, you can't get drink, or you have to stay in a hotel to drink. What is the rules and what is the opportunities?
Okay, so it's not a dry city at all, and in actual fact is becoming more relaxed. So when I would have gone out even 10 years ago, it was just in hotels that you could drink, whereas now anywhere that has a license can actually sell alcohol. And for instance, we're over there a month ago and we're in the Irish Village, and that's a lovely little setting, little area. It's just pub with the tennis court on the back of it. You have now pubs and clubs in Dubai, and you have had for probably the last 8 years. And even the affordability of alcohol, because I know that's another assumption. And I actually paid less for a drink the last time, because we actually took the receipt back, than I did for a drink in Dublin. So Dubai is very much for the tourist.
Okay.
And that's a huge amount of its business. And thankfully, it actually moves with the international tourist and what is required.
Okay. Shopping. How is Dubai? Where does Dubai rate on the shopping?
God. You have Dubai Mall or Mall of the Emirates. Very much a high end. However, you can access items in these malls that maybe aren't readily available in other countries. So it is higher end, but they tend to get everything first.
Okay.
So if you have a specific brand or something you follow and there's new items coming out, the chances are Dubai will have it first. These malls, just to walk around, again, is just unbelievable. And huge aquarium as well in Dubai Mall. That's like almost a theme park in itself within the mall. You have some outlet malls. Dubai Parks has a really good one and great value there. And the other one I'd say to most people is Festival City. A lot of it will be brand names we know and some we don't, but far more affordable for everybody. So if you're looking to bring something back, I would say for the average family or going on a budget, Festival City is the one.
Okay. And is there anything unique just to Dubai, like gold or pearls? Or is there...
Well, pearls originally, that's where they would have started. But I suppose gold, you have the gold souks. This has become an attraction in itself. But even over the years, we would have, for friends and colleagues, gone out where they would have gone on a trip, designed the ring they want, and then we would collect it. So you tend to find for those special items, people will go to Dubai for those. But the gold souks, I would just say have something in mind, because you walk into everything that glitters and shines and you want everything. So I'd say do your research before and have an idea what you're looking for before you actually head in there.
Engagement and wedding rings are a definite.
A definite.
And you can save
and
money.
the value, a huge amount of money.
So you could actually almost sponsor your trip to
Yes.
get your... Well, that's a great,
Yes,
that's
definitely.
a great insight. What about the hidden gems? There is desert there. What sort of activities around the water, the desert?
The sky is the limit. So you huge amount of hot ballooning in Dubai. Absolutely amazing. If anyone ever had it on a tick list to do, I would say do it out in the desert. Absolutely mind-blowing and amazing. I suppose it's about a 40-minute drive out. So there is tours, you're collected. There's a number of balloons out there. So even just the atmosphere for a lot of people is their first time. So as soon as you get there, a huge amount of chatter, very early, 4 o'clock in the morning. You have the huge baskets. They have little breakfast laid on before you get in. And it is as you rise. I suppose we're so used to greenery here that to look out as far as the eye can see almost, just to sand, you nearly can't imagine where you are in the world. The way it was described to me, and is exactly how it was, is you don't feel like you're taken off. You feel as though the ground is kind of falling from under you. Unbelievable experience. If anyone ever had even an inkling of, I think I might like it, I was a little nervous. One of the best things I've ever done. Wow. Really unbelievable. And out there as well, you have the desert safari. So this is the dune bashing, sandboarding. Arabian Adventures have a fantastic package. They pick you up from your hotel. They take you out to the desert. You hold the falcons first and get to use those and feed them. You then go out and do the dune bashing. So you can either go on the quads, you can go in the car, you can sandboard. Rounded up then, they have Arabian tent in the middle of the desert. So this all happens in the evening. So at night time, you just have a sky full of stars above your head. You can go on the camels if you want, but then it's Arabian food. And when I say Arabian food, a lot of it is what we will eat as well. It's rice, it's lamb, it's food all the kids would eat. But you are actually sitting there, you have belly dancers out there. It just takes you away to a place you can't imagine.
Anita, this has been an absolutely fantastic taste
Yeah.
of Dubai. I can see there's so much there. A final word about why someone listening to this, I'm sold on it already. A final word to someone who's thinking about taking a Dubai break.
Right. So what I'd say is, and I can only use from my own experience, as I said, I've been bringing my children now since the youngest was 4. That child is now 14, and this year they want to go back to Dubai and Atlantis. So through all the years, there has been something for them all along the way. And there's something new. Now it's more Instagram, or Dubai has become probably one of the most Instagrammable. But as I say, think about the type of holiday you like. And this is where an agent. So if you want the glitz and glamour, you want downtown, or you want the Palm. If you want an experience of Dubai, but more on a budget, yet still see all the major sites, I would say then you're more Dubai Creek and Deira area. Speak to your agent, and it's really all about, some people go and they go, oh no, I couldn't handle all that, it's all too new. This is where, as we say, you need to explore destinations. So it is doing your research first and deciding which part of Dubai at this stage of my life will work for me. And I guarantee in 10 years' time, there'll be another part of Dubai that will actually work equally as well for you.
Anita, that has been really an outstanding destination. I'm excited.
There you go.
And thank you so much for sharing
My pleasure.
Your love of Dubai.
Thank you very much, Kevin.